Near the end of 2022, KSI tweeted this picture while writing 2023, and then Jake Paul responded by tweeting this picture and writing the exact same thing, but like, I may be Stevie Wonder cause I don't see shit. So because 2023 is coming to an end, I thought why not look at the top 5 biggest YouTube boxing fights to make in 2024. Real quick, because Misfits just announced the next boxing event and the card looks absolutely atrocious, comment down below what videos you guys want to see in the future and just hit the like button while you're there and let's go. On a trip in our favorite rocket. Starting things off at number 5, we have Anison Gibb vs King Kenny. Now this fight was actually gonna happen on August 5th of this year since both Gibb and King Kenny made it to the Kingpin finals, but then it all fell in the bin because the company went bankrupt. But the reason why this is one of the biggest fights to make is because how they both performed in the Kingpin tournament. If we look at Gibbs' match against Jarvis, he was basically dominating the entire fight, throwing big combinations in the early rounds, continuing his aggression in the middle rounds, and then finishing his penetration in the later rounds. What the hell? Pause, what the? Finishing his job in the later rounds. And if we look at King Kenny's performance in the My Mate Nate fight, I mean he absolutely dominated as well, throwing a nice left hook, but obviously the ref had to be in the way, but then landing a big right hand, sending Nate down and winning shortly after. Now even after this fight was cancelled, they still went back and forth on social media, with Kenny calling out Gibb to fight him on the Prime card.
So I'm calling him out publicly to see if he has any balls to fight me on the Prime card. Now if he doesn't, I'm gonna reach into his balls, grab them, and find his son, Jarvis.
What the fuck did you just say?
Okay. But then Gibb replied to Kenny losing on the Prime card by saying Kenny's got the most fitting walkout tune, bloke gets beat by many men. And if you guys don't know, Kenny's walkout tune was Many Men, which honestly should have been played to Logan Paul's fiance. Coming in at number 4, we have Salt Papi vs Austin McBroom. Now I know no one in the entire world has thought about making this fight happen, but it's actually a good one, isn't it? Like, yeah. I mean, if we look at Austin's stats, you can see he's on a 2-fight losing streak, fights at around 170 pounds, has a height of 5'9" and a reach of 69. And if we look at Salt Papi's stats, you can also see that he's on a 2-fight losing streak, fights at around 170 pounds, has a height of 5'8" and a reach of 69. So it's literally the perfect fight to make. Not only are they both desperate for a win, but we can also make fun of the person that loses. Going over to number 3, we have Deji vs Bryce Hall. This fight was actually rumored to be the main event for the next Misfits card happening on January 20th, but they just announced the real main event and... one second.
Huh?
Man, who the f... Now if you guys didn't know, Deji and Bryce Hall have been going back and forth at each other for over 2 years now, where it all started from the YouTube vs TikTok press con- what? YouTube vs TikTok, wait, what the hell? YouTube vs TikTok, YouTube boxing press conference.
Jake Paul's son, #1, everybody.
What'd you say?
Jake Paul's son, #1, everybody.
Yo, you barely beat Stormady.
Shut the fuck up. I'll smack the shit out of you.
Hey,
tell him, Deji. I'll smack the shit out of you too. I will say it to your face. You act like I'm scared of you. You act like I'm scared of you. You have 4 eyes right now. Shut the fuck up.
If you touch me.
You have headphones over a hoodie right now. What am I scared of? I'm not scared of you. You have 4 eyes right now. Shut the fuck up.
You can even see people online begging to see this fight happen on the Prime card, with someone saying Deji vs Bryce Hall, Misfits Prime card, give it to me now. And also after tonight, it would be silly to not put Deji vs Bryce Hall on the Prime card. And making this fight happen would once again set up a massive headline match in the future. Like imagine Deji beats Bryce Hall and then Salt Papi beats Austin McBroom. You got Deji, you got Salt Papi. But moving on to number 2, we have once again the big nose himself, Anison Gibb, but this time it's against Slim. This fight has been in the making since 2020 when Slim called out Gibb on Twitter by saying, "I'm gonna have to break a jaw for this one, Gibb," but we can't see the original tweet Gibb put out because this man deleted it. Seems like Gibb said Adam Sala exposed, but you can't play the video to see what it was. But it makes sense to why this fight's been so hyped. I mean, they both started boxing in 2018, meaning they have the same experience, both have had 7 fights in total, and both have an impressive record with 13 wins and only 1 loss combined. And now recently, they both called each other out, with Slim posting this video on Twitter. This video on Twitter saying Slim vs Gibb face off, and then Gibb calling out Slim to join the Kingpin tournament so he can fight him.
Any message to Slim that will get him to accept?
The time's now. The time is now. There's a free slot, biggest opportunity, your biggest purse. It is the one to do it, so come see me here.
And you could just see the hype is still there for this fight, with this tweet saying it's time for Gibb vs Slim, which got almost 9,000 likes, and also KSI's manager Mams Taylor saying, "Time for Slim vs Gibb, let's give the people what they want," which got almost 2,000 likes. And finally, coming in at number 1, I think we all knew what it was. James Charles vs Chris Tyson. No, but KSI vs Jake Paul. I mean, not only is KSI and Jake Paul the 2 biggest names in the YouTube boxing scene, have pretty good records making this fight somewhat competitive, have the exact same height and reach, started boxing in the same year, meaning they have the same experience, but KSI also called Jake out after he won against Joe Weller.
Obviously, man's got this belt right now. If any YouTuber wants it, you can come get it. Jake Paul, Logan Paul, any of the Pauls, I don't care.
So this back and forth has been going on for almost 6 years now, and they still haven't fought. Like, how is that even possible? I mean, even now, Logan Paul did a podcast with Jake not too long ago, and the start of the title says Jake and Logan fight over KSI. Bro, why does the title sound like 2 exes trying to get back with him? And even after Jake Paul's most recent fight where he knocked Andre August out in the first round, KSI reacted to it, and this is what he said.
Jake Paul winning by first round knockout, your reaction?
I mean, am I shocked? No. Like, we all know that Jake just looks for super easy fights, and he fought a cab driver this time. So yeah, it is what it is, and he fought a cab driver.
I think we all know if this fight was to happen, it would 100% be the biggest fight in all of YouTube boxing and probably the biggest event of the year. So this is my list for the biggest YouTube boxing fights to make next year. Comment down below if you agree or disagree, and make sure to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell to never miss future videos.
I'm gonna knock out Austin because I'm an actual fighter. I've been in probably over 40 street fights. I do not get scared. I'm gonna knock out Austin because I'm an actual fighter.